Hello, Curious. There were supposed to be 7, but out came 9. A few days ago, information about an unusual birth was published in the world media. In Morocco, a 25-year-old woman gave birth to 9 children. Although at first doctors were shocked that she had 7 children in her belly, however, it was not only for this reason that the birth at Halima Cisse, an African native, was one of a kind. So you better stay with us until the very end to find out more about this amazing story and learn about the record multiple pregnancies. So what are other known 9 kids that have been born? Has it happened that even more children were born into this world at once? And why will women more and more often give birth to multiple births? And what are the risks? We will answer all of these questions in a moment. And if you want to be up to date with our episodes with the wow effect, you better click on the subscription button now and give us a thumbs up. So let's get right to it. Doctors agree that every multiple pregnancy can be risky, and during it, many medical problems, complications, and other things can occur, which are often found in cases when a woman carries more than one child in her stomach. Pressure of the umbilical cords tangling, and even poor nutrition are just a few examples of what can endanger developing fetuses. And in addition, very often in the case of multiple pregnancies, babies are born prematurely, and this also threatens their health and even their lives. And it is expected that in the near future, the number of such pregnancies will continue to increase. Although it is worth noting that in turn they are very rarely occurring naturally, and most often are the result of using various methods associated with reproduction, like in vitro. Thus, the likelihood of a multiple pregnancy increase once a woman has received infertility treatment. So far to date, it's not known what was the case with Halima Cisse, although doctors are more inclined to the fact that her pregnancy is the effect of a hormonal treatment. The fact is, however, that on May 4th, the woman gave birth to 9 offspring, including 5 girls and 4 boys. Before she landed in the delivery room, however, she was under constant medical care, and her multiple pregnancy simply fascinated the whole of West Africa and the leaders of West Mali, and doctors are extremely concerned about her health condition, before the delivery, and feared for her unborn children, so the government itself intervened, and it was decided to transfer the woman from a hospital in Mali to a clinic in Morocco. And it was there that 9 children were born, which was possible only exclusively by a C-section. The children were born prematurely, and they all weighed from about 1 to 5 kilograms, probably a little less, but a team of 10 doctors, as many as 25 paramedics assisted in the delivery, and it was very likely, of course, as it was during the course, and it became apparent that Halima Cisse had more babies in her belly than initially anticipated. Doctors, after conducting an ultrasound examination, assured the woman that she would become the mother of 7 children, and in the operating room, it turned out that 2 more were overlooked. In this way, when 9 babies were born, it became a worldwide phenomenon that happened only for the 3rd time in the history of medicine. In addition, when the babies were examined, it turned out that an exceptional record was broken because all babies were born healthy and nothing threatening their lives, and such a situation has not happened in any previous case of a 9-fold pregnancy. And as we mentioned, a 9-child pregnancy has happened only 3 times in history before, and for the first time it was on June 13th of 1971. The delivery took place at a hospital in Sydney, Australia, and the mother was a 29-year-old housewife, Geraldine Broddick. Before the delivery, the woman found out from the doctors that she was carrying sextuplets in her stomach, and it was only when she found out in the delivery room that there were actually 9 of them. Unfortunately, not all of them were born alive though. 2 of them had actually passed away already in their mother's womb, and the remaining 7 were premature babies who were immediately placed in incubators. However, the prognosis for the newborns was not favorable. Their health was still monitored and fought for their lives, but doctors ultimately failed to save any of them. So the story of the first 9 children in history ended very, very sadly. Another pregnancy that was so numerous appeared almost 30 years later, in 1999 to be exact. The 9 children were born in Malaysia in the family of the Zorina Mat Sad, who became the mother of 5 boys and 4 girls. Unfortunately, the woman did not have a chance to enjoy her offspring, as the newborns left this world within 6 hours of birth. Given these tragic stories, the case of Halima Cisse can be considered a real miracle, and however the doctors themselves noted that it was extremely rare and exceptional, it was the first time that 9 children were born healthy and without birth defects, and all of them had survived. Although they will spend the next few weeks in incubators, the medics have not found any danger to them and are expected to leave the hospital in Morocco as soon as possible. Anyway, it is worth noting that their mother also feels very well. After birth, she accepted congratulations, including from the president of her native country herself. And she undoubtedly has reasons to be proud of being the first woman in history to give birth to the largest number of healthy offspring in a single pregnancy. Previously, this record had belonged to Nadia Suleiman, also known as Octomama, because in 2009 she gave birth to a healthy octuplets, and at the time it was a phenomenon compared to the current events in Morocco, and all the world's media wrote about it. Miss Suleiman has already appeared on the front pages of newspapers, all because she decided to look like Angelina Jolie herself. To that end, she underwent a series of painful surgeries and body remakes, but her obsession sparked more criticism than admiration. The woman, however, did not get discouraged by this, and when her fame of Angelina's lookalike weakened a bit, she decided to fight for popularity again, and this time thanks to multiple pregnancy. And thanks to in vitro fertilization, she became the mother of 8 children, and in 2009, she actually made her dreams come true. She stood in the spotlight again because she was the only woman in the world to give birth to 8 healthy children. So curious, tell me, what do you think about the recent events in Morocco and about the first birth of healthy 9 children in history? Do you think women will ever be able to give birth to even more children at once? And will we see a 10 baby birth? How many children would you like to have, or how many do you have? Please let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to click the subscription button and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our future videos. See you guys next time!